Hi, welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you know who I am, you already know my shtick, but if you don't know who I am, my name is Ella. I'm an 8-year-old crocheter that's been crocheting for the past 5.5 years. And today, we're going to be working on some WIPS. I have a few. Some of them are new products. Some. Not all, but some. I have a few. I think I have like, 3 that I want to work on. Some of them are some that I've never made before, and then one is just a normal one with some yarn that I haven't touched in a hot minute. So let me show you what they all look like and we'll start getting into them. So one of the WIPs I have is, I just started it, it's gonna be a belt, mind you. Hear me out. It's gonna be like one of those, you know, like those chunky 2000 belts that people used to wear. Basically one of these. It's gonna kind of give that aesthetic. This is the start of it. This is gonna be my personal one because I am gonna sell these belts because I think they're cute. So this one's gonna be my personal one. It's just gonna be black and white. I haven't started yet, but I do have a prototype of it done, and it is more of a star belt that I have made with, it's royal blue with white ties and then white stars over it, and then I put pearls on it as well to make it more like galaxy kind of themed. Then for my last one is just this chunky tote bag that I've been working on for a little bit. It's almost done. I have about this much yarn left. I'm just trying to get rid of this because I've had it for so long and I wanted to do something cute with it. So I'm making a chunky tote bag with it. But that's pretty much it. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna, I at least want to get the belts done, like the belts plus the ties, get all those done, and then probably get this tote bag done. If I can at least get that, we're good. I also have another belt over here. I have the band that ties done. I just have to do the flowers for it because it's gonna be a flower belt. I'm not gonna do them today because the flowers will literally take me probably 30 minutes to do all of them, and then I hot glue them to the belts. So I'm just do that probably tomorrow. And yeah, so I just want to get the base of the belts done and then get the tote bag done, at least. And then I have another WIP that I'm almost done with. It's basically done. I just gotta add stone crochets around it as a border, and so I might toss that in here as well if I get done with all the other stuff. I'm gonna start with my belt since I already have it done, or partially started. I will come back once I am roughly about halfway. Okay, so I just hit roughly halfway. This is what it looks like. So yeah, I did this. I think I'm on row 38. Halfway is 35, so I have to do 70 rows in total. So, and mind you, this was all a 1 a.m. thought 2 nights ago that I started making this belt. Not this one in particular, but the first belt, the star belt. But this is about halfway. I gotta do 70 more rounds. This is all half double crochet. I chained 13 and I went into the back loop, and you'll see why later. Because it helps with tying the ties on a little better. It makes it a little more cleaner. Which for the ties, I don't do like single crochet flow stitches. No, I do I-cords for them. Because all you gotta do is you put your hook through, pull the loop, like do something now, pull the loop through, and then just start doing your I-cord from there. I'm halfway. I gotta do half, the other half, which is about another 30-ish rows, because I'm at 38. But it's pretty simple nonetheless. Using a 4.5mm hook, I'm using the 12 one because it's my usual. So I'm using this hook, and probably for the stars, I use a 4mm hook for those. Just so, you know, they're a little bit smaller and they're able to fit on the belt better. But those will be, I'll probably make those tomorrow. Like, all the stuff I'm going to hot glue onto these, I'm going to make tomorrow. Because if I make them tonight, it's just going to be so hectic. I just have so many pieces lying around. Like, for star belt, I have to make 7 stars. The flower belt, I'm not 100% sure. It would probably be a good bit of every color. For this one, I make God knows how many. It's going to be a range of big and small stars for this one. I am excited to see how this comes out. But I'm going to try to knock out the rest of this belt. And then also do the I cords, and then once I get this one done, we're gonna hop over to the bag, do that, and then I just want to start the other band, hopefully. But I will come back once I have the full band done, and I'll show you how I connect the I cords. So I just got done with the whole band. This is all 70 rounds for the band. But now I'm going to show you how I connect and do I cords. So if you don't know how to connect it to a piece or just a nice panel like this, I'm going to show you how to do that. And if you don't know how to do an I cord, I'll show you that as well. So all you're going to need is somewhat of a yarn, does not matter, whatever yarn you use for your I cord. And you're going to create a slip knot, but before that, you need to have a long tail, because for I cords, you use the tail of your slip knot to create the I cord. So I usually do a good bit. I would say more is better, but don't try to do so much, depending on how long your I cord's gonna be. Mine's only gonna be like 50 stitches, so I don't do too much. I just do enough to where I'll have a little bit of excess, but not like a lot, you know what I mean? So you do a slip knot, which for me, I do just the crossover and pull through. There are multiple ways to do it for a slip knot, but that's just the way that I do it. Then what you do is you get your piece. I'm gonna start with the bottom, and then I do top. So I do the bottom two, and then I do top two. But if you're doing it on a panel, you go into whatever stitch you're trying to go into. I'm gonna go into the first stitch of this round. I have to be very careful because I'm with black yarn, and you can't really see. That's the chain, and then I'm going to the top stitch. So you put your hook through first. Then you get your slip knot. You make sure the loop on there is not super tight, but it's loose enough. And then you pull your way through. You don't chain or anything, you just stay right here. So then you get your long tail. And how you're gonna do it is you're gonna wrap it under. So for me, it's gonna kind of look like this. It's gonna kind of look like this. You have two loops on your hook, and this is with the end. So if it's facing me, I'm taking the yarn and I'm looping it in front of the hook and looping it back down. So that I have my two loops. You take your working yarn. So you use both strands. You don't just use the ends. You use both. You take your working yarn and you use that yarn to pull through. And then that's your first one. And then continue. You just wrap it forward, hold that tail down, and go from there. Just hold the yarn with your fingers right here. That's holding the base of it. So then you can pull through. So obviously what I do is I loop it, I pinch it so I can grab my working yarn. Then I take my other hand that's with the working yarn, pinched it, switch hands, and pinch, then use that to go over. And then you just repeat this process until however you want your I cord, like however long. So I'm doing 50, so I do this until I reach about 50. And I do that 3 more times for all the I cords on each corner, so that they're able to tie and create the belt. And then obviously for ends, I would say, you just weave them through the I cord down and back for both and just cut the ends. Or you can just, if you don't want to do that, you can just tie them both, do a double, triple knot, and then cut the ends off real good. But if you do that, it's gonna be kind of sloppy. So I would suggest if you're trying to make I cords, most definitely take the ends and weave them in after you're done making your I cord. But that's pretty much how you do it. So I'm gonna come back once I am pretty much all done my I cords, show you what it looks like, and then we're gonna jump to the tote bag just so I take a little bit of break from the belts. So since I just whipped this whole one up, and I would say this took me about an hour and a half-ish. So but I'm gonna finish the tote bag after I get all these I-cords done, and I'll show you what the belt looks like, and then I'll show you what else we need to do for the tote bag, and then after the tote bag, we're gonna jump back to and start making the final prototype, or the final product for the star belt, because I have one already done. It's just that it's more of a prototype, and it's still cute, it is, but it's not what I really wanted, so I'm making the final product. I'll come back once I have all the I-cords done, and I'll show you what this band looks like. It's been a minute, but I got all the I-cords done. So here's two. Here's the other two. I don't have my journal needle with me right now, so I would be leaving in these ends, but I don't feel like doing it. So, but this is basically the base of the belt. It's basically what the belt's gonna look like. And you know, these are adjustable. That's why there's 50. So if you're, you know, depending on how big your waist is, you know, you can adjust the ties as well. So. But that's with belt 1, the base of it, where it has all the stars and everything on it. So, which that one's my personal one. That one's my own personal belt for me, because of course I want one. But we're gonna jump to the tote bag, which is roughly done. It's not almost done, but actually it kind of is. I just gotta do, I think, one more row of the bag and then the straps, which the straps should be obviously easy. So. But let me show you how far I am with the tote bag. Okay, so this is what the tote bag looks like. You know, I got a good base. I only did one round for the base, and then I did back loop doubles for this, just so there's a nice seam to show like this is the base and this is the body. I have roughly about 7 rows here, and I think I need to do one more. I think one more should do the trick, and then I need to do handles. And this is how much yarn I have. So I know I'm gonna have a good bit after, but it'll be nice because I will finally have all this done. Also with that, I am going to include some of this ribbon because I have it laying around and I kind of want to include it. Probably going to do the straps, obviously, and then once I get those, I'm going to tie bows at the end of them so they're nice and cute. So I'm going to get the pouch done and then start one of the straps because it's going to be 2 and I'm going to connect in the middle. So I'll come back once I have the pouch done and started on one side of the straps. So I just got done with the bag, you know, just something simple, nothing chaotic. And for the bows, I've already kind of started. You just take a little bit of ribbon, doesn't matter how long. You take the middle stitch of your base for the strap. I did 9, so I would put it in the middle and have 4 on each side. I did a knot just so it stays. If you're doing more acrylic yarn, like thinner yarn, I would say be careful with how tight you tie the knot because it could make 2 big holes on the side. This chunky yarn, not so much. Now, all we have to do is just make the bow, which I'm hoping does not turn ugly, because I want this to come a little cute. And then we just tie a bow with said ribbon. Okay, so we have the bow. You know, obviously, not really cute. It's a little too big. So now, we go from here is we adjust. We adjust the bow. And obviously the bow's going to get loose as you adjust. You're going to kind Okay, so now we have the bow to some degree that looks nice and cute. Maybe kind of turn it, kind of adjust it, but no, see? And then obviously these tails are a little too long. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut them, but for aesthetic purposes, we're gonna cut them at an angle so they look a bit nice. Cut them like that. Okay, so I just got my tails. Just kind of. There we go. Okay, now we have the cute bow on the side. So now we do the exact same process on the other side. So I will come back once both of them are done, and I'll show you the final bag with the ends still here. So I'll come back when I have the other bow on the side. Okay, so I am back, and I have both done. So it was a little chaotic, but it's okay. So we have both bows. So here's one, here's the other. I think she's cute. It gives coquette, like a white coquette vibe. But this is the full tote bag, completely done. I just gotta do ends, obviously, but I'm not worried about that right now. So this is like officially done. So we have one whip done. I think this is really cute and really simple. And obviously for the strap, I slip stitch. But yeah, it's really cute. I'm going to get started on the other belt. Let's get partway done with that. And then we'll do a full recap on everything. So let me show you what yarn I'm going to be using for the other belt. Okay, so for the other belt, we are using this deep royal blue color in the shade from Loose and Thread, which is called blue, but it's more like a royal blue. So this is our base, and then for the bands, we use white once more. I have a little bit, so we're just going to crochet until this runs out. This could either complete the whole band or get most of it, whatever. But I have a good bit, and then I'll have to wait until I get more royal blue yarn, or find like some WIPS or something, like old WIPS that like I don't really like anymore, and undo them to get more of this royal blue if I have projects that have this royal blue in it. But same process as last time, just gonna be that big long band of 70 rows of half double crochet. I'll come back once I'm about halfway through making the belt. Okay, so I just got done with the chunk of yarn I had, and we got to about the start of round 30, so about halfway with it. So that's not bad. It's not bad. I also went and looked through my stuff to see if there's any more royal blue, and I found something. I found some more. What I found was an old top that I had. It was done. I already took the straps off, but it's this, like, it was supposed to be like a top like this. But there is royal blue that is this royal blue that I'm using for the band, and white, so I can use the white for the ankles as well. Reuse, reduce, recycle. I have more blue. We're gonna try to get this belt done, like the basic setup, like how my black and white one is. So I have to undo this, which this was made like I guess like a year and a half ago. I really thought I was cooking, and I kind of was, but then I tried it on and I didn't like it. So this is abandoned, but I am going to take this apart little bit by bit, not all the way, but bit by bit. When once I run out of chunk, I'll undo white and then go to the next one, go from there. But I will come back once the band is completely done and show you how much of the top we have used up. Okay, so I just got done with the full band. This is all 70 rounds. Now, like before, we just gotta do I chords. Just the I chords don't take as much time. So I'm hoping after this I'm pretty much gonna be done. That's pretty much gonna be it. Because I don't feel like doing all the little attachments right now. And I'm gonna save until tomorrow. But this is the base. And yeah, I just gotta do I chords and then we'll do a full recap of everything. And yeah, so I'll be back once I have gotten all the I chords done. I don't remember how to do them. Go back to where I did the first belt. I go through how to do I chords, how to attach them to the panel, all this and that. If you're doing this pattern or if you're doing a pattern that you're doing I chords for and you need attachment or something, I'll say go back to that portion of the video and that will help you. I will be back once I have all 4 I chords connected and then we'll do a full recap. Okay, so I just got done with the last band, or last belt, but now we're gonna do a full recap. So obviously we just got done, like I just stated, with the next belt, which is the star belt. It's a royal blue base with white ties on the side. Just got done doing those. Stars all over it and then pearls as well, which I will add in a later time, probably tomorrow if not the day before. But we got done with the blue one. Continuing with the belts, we also got done with my black one, my black and white one, which is my personal one. It's gonna be stars as well, but it's gonna have big and small stars, and it also has white ties as well, same as the blue one. Which this one I got done first. This was the first project we worked on. The last one was the blue belt, which I just showed. Then the second to last project, or the project we took in between for breaking the belts, was this tote bag. I know I still have ends dangling, but once the ends are done, you'll see the full vision. But it's just a cute bow bag with bows on the side from ribbon. And I do have about this much of the yarn left. It's in 2 bundles, but I have this much of the yarn left. So I did pretty good. I don't know what I'm gonna make of those. I might make coasters or something, like cute little coasters. But I got this whole bag done as well. That is everything we got done today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a long time since I've done a WIP video. So I'm back to doing those as well because I've been trying to keep up with my WIPs. So that's why I haven't been doing a lot of WIP videos, is because I've had little to no WIPs. So that's good though, that's good. But y'all like the WIPs, so I give y'all more. As per usual, I have a lot of social media platforms, including this one. So if you do like this type of content and you're new, please give me a subscribe. It will help me a lot in the future. But also with YouTube, I also have a TikTok, Instagram, and Eliminate, which will all be down in the description down below. Speaking of social media, I also have a website as well, which is on screen right now at www.swagstitch.com. I will have that. But also by the end of June, I should have my Etsy up and running. I'm almost done. I just have to do this star belt and then I have to do the floral belt that's right behind me, the flower power belt. And then that's it. And I have all my products. I'll try to get tags and figure out all the inside of business and stuff and get the Etsy set up. But it should be towards the end of June, hopefully. It is May 28th as I'm recording this, so I have I'll say a little under a month, or a little under a whole month. So, but we're gonna see how much I can get done, with the Etsy. I should be able to get done with plenty of time, but I am super excited about that. Also, let me know what y'all want me to do next time for a video, because I always ask this at the end of every video so I can get y'all's input so that I know what to do for the next one, and also just so I don't go on a crochet vlog and not know what to post. Let me know what y'all want to see next time, if it's like an inspo or another WIP video or a yarning or journal video. I haven't done a journal video, which I might do in the future. I'm not even sure. It just depends on what I need to journal and how much I can journal. Let me know what y'all want to do next video, just so that I can give y'all what y'all want to see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time for another crochet vlog or working on more WIPs. Bye!